I have a confession to make. I've been lazy. Let me explain. Mirrors are just a reflection of yourself. And unfortunately for me, so are vlogs. Because the last video that I made, I recognized how lazy I am. I got my settings here so you can kind of see how I had everything set up. And yes, I used auto. I used auto ISO, I used auto white balance. I had the microphone right on top of an ultrasonic motor lens, which may be fast to focus when it hits, accurately, but it's also noisy. So in my last video, I could hear tons and tons of of the autofocus working on here. Not only that, but also the auto ISO kicked itself way up when I was inside trying to film my wife cooking some dinner for us. Laziness, instead of just trying to maybe change the lens to an f1.8 that I have sitting in my camera bag. Nope, instead I was like, it's a good idea, auto ISO, just crank it to the sky, it'll work totally fine. And then the auto white balance, there was a couple shots where back-to-back shots, I would point the lens at myself, and then when I zoomed out and clicked record, it was adjusting to the car roof behind me, similar to what I'm sure this thing would do. If I zoomed in really close to me, let it adjust to my skin tone, and then zoom down and let it see the whole room. All of a sudden, the white balance is going to change. I know that I'm better than this. I know that it only takes this much effort to actually get something stable and consistent in your footage. Why do I just sit there and use auto? Is it because I'm lazy, or is it because I just don't feel like doing the work on the first vlog in years? So this is my apology to everyone who watched that video. I know I can do better. But this is also a situation where I'm going to be checking out this camera setup. I've got the Rode Video Micro on top of the Canon 6D Mark II with a 24-105 f4 image stabilized lens. And then I'm using the iFootage monopod, just the base portion from it. And I have the little adapter on the bottom there for the quick connect to get to here. The other nice thing about this monopod setup is the little foot here can bend. And if I just hold onto the foot, it actually kind of works like an extension, almost selfie stick style. So this is 24 millimeters on a full frame lens, and you can see it's actually pretty nice. And let's watch this auto ISO. There it is. See, it automatically adjusts. Is that laziness? So let me go ahead and change up a couple things on this camera setup and see if I can improve it that much from what I got in the last vlog. So this is the new setup, and as you can see, what I did was I moved the microphone off the camera with this little adjustable arm here, as well as switching the lens from the 24-105 to a 40mm Pancake 2.8. So yeah, it definitely snowed again last night. Don't mind the hat. I've got these hairs sticking up in the back of my head here. It's like very embarrassing for me. Just for me. I know nobody else is gonna care, but I care. So this is just kind of straight up the same setup I was using before. Camera sitting on the other side of the car, engine running so you can hear what that noise sounds like, with the microphone way over by the camera. This is the 2.8 lens still. I've adjusted everything to non-auto, actually putting the settings together myself. We're gonna see how that makes a difference. Setting the white balance, setting the ISO, none of them set to auto this time. So one more thing I was thinking about doing to help improve the audio quality a little bit more was I have these Tascam DR10Ls. What I'm gonna try now is I'm gonna go ahead and take the Rode Video Micro and unplug it from the camera, plug it in here, and actually move it somewhere closer. I have an idea to possibly hide it up here so that I could be looking forward, talking forward, and you can still hear me. Let's go ahead and try it and see how it goes. So what I'm gonna do is actually just Velcro the microphone to the back of the recorder and slide that entire thing up in my sun visor here. And there we go. What do you think, guys? Does it sound any better than it did before? Can you even see it in this shot right now? I think it's actually pretty well hidden. Yeah, I don't see it up there. So does it sound better if I'm facing forward? I mean, let's go ahead and do a little bit of drive and find out. I bet you'll never guess where I'm going. Did you actually say Target? Be honest in the comments, because that's where it is. Wouldn't you know it? Same place as last time. Now, Katie made an order this time, so it's not me spending the money. No, I didn't go buy a second controller or another Lego set. Seriously though, how does this happen? How did we need this much more stuff when I was just at the store the other day? It's not completely Katie's fault this time. I actually did buy something, right? You know those hoodies that I wear, the black one in the last video, the gray one this time? We wanted to pick up the red one and it wasn't available on the app. You couldn't order it online. Well, guess what? I found it and it was on clearance. This hoodie was originally $25, it was only $17 on clearance. Not only that, I got a long sleeve, plain black t-shirt, we got a pocket on the thing. This long sleeve black shirt is only $3.89. So for 20 bucks, I basically got myself a new outfit. Obviously, goes with a pair of jeans or shorts or whatever you're gonna wear with it. But 20 bucks, new outfit. There it is. So I'm not blaming my wife for spending all the money. I am also to blame. It's me. I'm the problem. At least partially. After going through all the stuff in these bags a little bit, I think, yeah, most of it actually is consumable items. The only splurge that I really see here is like a cream colored pillow. Yeah, everything else, laundry detergent, shampoo, normal consumable items, and somehow my car is still full when I just went shopping the other day. I do want to point out though that like the 40mm lens that I have on right now is, I don't know, like $200 maybe. The microphone that I'm using is like 50 bucks. The recorder I actually traded equipment for, still up here. So the only real splurge item that I have on this whole collection of stuff that I'm using to make these videos is the camera itself, which at the time was about $1,200. But I'm actually trying to figure out right now if I'm gonna do this more. Can I just do it with what I already have? Or actually, can I trade this camera to get something that's gonna be smaller, lighter, and just easier overall to film with? So I'm in the process of trying to figure that out. If anyone has any suggestions, things that they've used that they really enjoyed using, let me know. But I got off on a tangent there. But really what I wanted to let you know is like none of this stuff that I use for this is like crazy expensive. So let's say if you were to buy this entire set of gear right now, you would probably be 300, 400, 500, maybe 600 plus 800, 1400 total, which I mean sounds like a lot, but this is like a massive amount of gear for doing something like vlogs. You could easily get away for like $700 to get still the same high quality professional stuff nowadays, where for me this took a lot of time to pick up all these pieces and not all of them are necessary to do what I'm doing. So just pointing that out, like you don't need to spend $1,400 to do this. The one thing that I still wanted to try though is actually just using my phone and just kind of seeing what that would be like and if it's worth all of the difference between the two. I've never really loved the video coloring that comes out of the iPhone cameras. It's one of the things that's kept me from shooting more video with them. The other thing that I wanted to compare is the audio quality of what you get when you're just holding the phone at arm's length vlog style like this, and let's say switch to the audio from the same microphone I was using with the camera up here, still sitting up in the visor, just hiding up in the visor. I've got the Tascam with the Rode Video Micro attached to it. So let's compare the audio that you get between the phone and the audio that you get from an external recorder with a microphone to see if maybe at least changing the audio up is going to increase the video quality enough that I'd be okay with using the phone and carrying just this in my pocket rather than a whole camera bag and everything else that goes with it. I know you can also get microphones that plug into the phone. That's always the thought that I could try to pick one of those up. So if anybody has ever used one of those things, let me know what you think, if it's worth picking up a plug-in microphone to the iPhone if I go that route. I don't know. You know how it is. This is one of those things that us gearheads do, is we overanalyze everything to death. Like, seriously, dig these things into the ground, analyzing every single decision we make. All right, let's move to the next thing. No, it's never a good sign when you see the hood open on a car. You know those things on the hood where like your juice squirts out and you can clear off the windshield? The little plastic barb piece broke off of both of them on my car. So I gotta replace those ones here. Also, look what I picked up at the store. It's the cheapest little like $5 phone tripod thing. I mean, even just the little like phone clamp itself is probably worth the $5. This is another test of like vlogging on the phone. I still don't love the colors, but whatever. All right, so I got both of the new pieces snapped up into the hood itself. And now I just have to take this little firewall protected thing and push the hose back onto the barb piece. Hopefully without breaking the barb this time. And making sure it's staying through on the top side there. Let me get this other one. Oh, I had to take the elbow off of this one to get the broken piece out of there. Because it kept like, it broke off inside. And I had to scrape all the old barb piece out. So they literally just kind of push on. It's easy enough. Let me get this one hooked up here. Not only that, but my little latch here to keep the hood, it like, look at this, it's like stuck. Oh yeah, first step, open up your hood. Okay, it's not moving. It's like rusting here. See, now I broke it loose. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's try out this new tripod here. Set it in the car. Is that balanced? I can't even see these janky tripods. See, this is the problem with like a $5 tripod is there's no way to like actually level it any better than this. So I don't know if I'm crooked or not. Whatever. So that's kind of how things go, isn't it? You know, you try to go do something simple like get a haircut. Next thing you know, oh, I need washer fluid. Oh, it's not that I'm out of washer fluid. It's that the things are broken and it's just not squirting. Okay, now I got to go to the auto parts store. Well, now my hood won't open, so I can't even get into the engine compartment to be able to refill the washer fluid or reconnect the hoses. So now I got to fix the hood, then fix the hoses, then refill the washer fluid, and all of that because I wanted to get a haircut. I know that I should be grateful for what I have instead of frustrated about the things in my life that don't work the way that they should. But like, if this is the reality that I exist in, then everything's balanced off of that. And that's the way it is with the cameras, you know? If I've only got a phone, then how can I make the phone work? A $5 tripod going with a phone that I already have might be enough to make this stuff work. But I can feel this getting really long-winded, so let me re-summarize all this stuff. Number one, is it worth it for the video quality to bring the big camera and the audio recorder and the microphone and a better tripod and all of that equipment with me? Or is the phone with nothing else good enough for what I want to do? Two, do I enjoy using the big equipment versus using just the phone? Is that something that will actually determine the decision because I get a kick out of doing it? And number three is, will having to bring the big equipment prevent me from actually doing it? Will it take too long to color grade and audio correct and everything to get the better quality so that I don't actually publish the videos? Like, should I go easy on myself and just use whatever I have? Or should I force myself to say, I want the best camera that I have with me to be the best camera that I have? So again, is the quality difference worth it? Is the enjoyment worth it? And which way will I actually follow through? But now that you guys have seen the difference between using the big camera with the microphone to an external recorder and the big tripod and all of that versus just my phone with no extra microphones and stuff, did it make a difference to you guys? Did you notice the difference? Did you care about the difference? Those are two different questions there. Because yeah, you might be able to tell it was filmed with a phone, but does that matter to you?
But now I can feel my stream of consciousness just spewing out stuff instead of actually summarizing something I really wanted to say. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.